NE0D, WX0X.
WX0X, NE0D.
Hey, Chris, thanks for coming back. How's my audio across the network?
It is beautiful as always.
One never knows. Thank you for coming back. WX0X.
NA0D.
Good evening, everyone. This is WX0X, and I'll be your Skywarn net control for tonight's Arkansas AUXCOMM Skywarn test net. The Arkansas AUXCOMM network consists of linked repeaters across the state of Arkansas, volunteered by individuals and organizations to provide reports of severe weather conditions to the 5 National Weather Service forecast offices that cover the state of Arkansas. Your participation in this Skywarn program is greatly appreciated. Thank you. I would like to welcome the following new repeaters to the network: the KC5MMW14642 in Mena, the WX1NWA 14736 in Jasper, and the W5OLA 147210 in Ola. Thank you for helping us bring Skywarn to all parts of Arkansas. The Arkansas AUXCOMM Skywarn test net is a directed net. All calls should pass through net control. To begin tonight's net, I will ask for emergency or priority traffic. If you have emergency or priority traffic, call net control. Hearing no emergency or priority traffic, we'll move on with the net. If at any time you have emergency or priority traffic, call net control and identify with the words emergency or priority, and we will provide immediate assistance. Now we will begin the check-in process. As a result of the nature of the All-Star system, we anticipate doubles. Net control will do their best to separate out calls. To check in, call net control, state your call sign phonetically and slowly, your name, city, and county, and whether you have any traffic for the net. If you do not hear your call acknowledged by net control, try again next round. We will organize check-ins by county warning area tonight. We will start with the 4 smaller county warning areas and finish up with the largest, the Little Rock County warning area. Listen closely. This evening we will begin with the Shreveport and Jackson County warning areas. Shreveport County warning area is Howard, Sevier, Little River, Hempstead, Nevada, Miller, Lafayette, Columbia, or Union counties. And the Jackson County warning area is Ashley or Chico counties. If you're in the Shreveport or Jackson County warning area, call net control. Now, if you are in the Tulsa County warning area, that is Benton, Carroll, Crawford, Franklin, Madison, Sebastian, and Washington counties. Tulsa County warning area stations, call net control. Hearing no check-ins from the Tulsa County warning area, we will look for the Memphis County warning area. That is Clay, Craighead, Crittenden, Cross, Greene, Lee, Mississippi, Monroe, Phillips, Poinsett, and St. Francis. If you're in the Memphis County warning area, call net control. Okay, then we'll go with the 47 counties making up with the Little Rock County warning area. If you're anywhere within the Little Rock County warning area, call net control. This is WX0X.
Net control. This is Kilo India 5, Delta Charlie Delta. Aaron in Sherwood. No traffic.
Control, check in. Whiskey 5, Juliet, Foxtrot Alpha, Rogers, Malvern, Hot Spring County. No traffic.
Net control, please check in Kilo, Golf 5, Quebec, Yankee Mike, Greg and Royal, Garland County. No traffic. Good evening to the net.
Net control, please check in Whiskey 5, Romeo Hotel Sierra, W5RHS, Kelly, Benton in Saline County. No traffic.
Control. Check in November, Niner, Golf, India, X-Ray, N4GIX. Bill in Royal, Arkansas, in Garland County. No traffic for the net.
Net control.
5 Kilo Echo Kilo, Jack in Montgomery County. No traffic.
Charles, Whiskey X-Ray 1, November Whiskey Alpha, Cody, Jasper, Newton County, no traffic.
Net control. Please check in Kilo Alpha 5, Whiskey Papa Sierra, Ray in Jefferson and Lincoln County, Tiller, Arkansas, no traffic.
Please check in November 7, X-Ray Golf, Brady from Cat.
Net Control. Net Control, please check in November, Quebec 5, Uniform, Nick and BB, White County, no traffic.
Net Control. Net Control, please check in Whiskey Alpha 5, Lima, Uniform, Yankee Wayne, Hot Springs, Garland County, no traffic.
Net Control. Net Control, please check in Kilo 5, Alpha, India, November, K5AIN, Aaron, North Little Rock, Pulaski County, no traffic.
Net Control, please check in November 5, Alpha, Lima, Charlie, M5ALC, Alex in Batesville, Arkansas, Independence County.
Okay. We'll take an opportunity to acknowledge those check-ins. First on the list, KI5DCD, Aaron in Sherwood. W6JFA in Malvern, Hot Springs area there, or Hot Spring County. I didn't catch your name. Could you come in with a fill, please?
If you were talking to me, that was Roger, W5JFA in Hot Spring County. I was in the middle of swapping radios, and I didn't catch all that.
Thanks, Roger. W5GFA, Roger, Malvern, Hot Spring County. Good evening. KG5QIM, Greg and Royal, Garland County. W5RHS, Kelly, Benton, Saline County. N4GIX, Bill, Royal, Garland County. And then I had a partial call sign. I think you might have quick keyed. It was 5KEK, Jack, in Montgomery County. Jack, could you come back with your full call sign and location, please?
Kilo Juliet 5, Kilo Echo Kilo, Catgap, Montgomery County.
All right, KJ5KEK, KJ5KEK, Jack in Caddo Gap, Montgomery County. Go to your Caddo Gap on the radio. WX1NWA, Cody up in Jasper, Newton County. Congratulations on the connection on the repeater there, Cody. Glad to have you. KA5WPS, Ray in Tiller, partially down there in Jefferson County. Thank you, Ray. N7XG, Brady in Cabot, Lonoke County. NQ5U, Nick, BB in White County. WA5LUY, Wayne in Hot Springs, Garland County. K5AIN, Aaron in North Little Rock, Pulaski County. N5ALC, Alex in Batesville, Independence County. Are there any corrections to the log?
IX with a correction.
Go ahead with the correction.
Reading back and acknowledging, you said November 4, Golf India X-Ray. That was my dad's call. He's been dead a few years. I'm 9 in 9 land. November 9er, Golf India X-Ray.
Okay, I wondered about that. I had it written down as 9 first, but then 4 made more sense to me. So thanks for that. November 9, Golf India X-Ray, Bill and Royal. Good evening, Bill, and thank you for being on the net. Okay, I'd like to go ahead and open it up again for Little Rock County warning area check-ins. If you're from one of the 47 counties in Little Rock County warning area, call Net Control.
Net Control. Juliet 5, Golf Control.
Control, check in KC5MMW, Justin and Mina, Polk County. No traffic.
Net Control, check in Chris, and A0D, Marion County, flip it, no traffic. Good evening. Net Control, please check in Kilo Juliet 5, India Delta Yankee, KJ5IDY, John in Baxter County, no traffic.
Net Control, please check in Kilo Golf 5, Tango Oscar Uniform, KG5 TOU, Sam in Cleveland County.
Net Control, check in Kilo Foxtrot 5, Zulu Oscar Sierra, Steve, Hot Springs, and Garland County.
We had 10 traffic. Delta 5, Juliet Delta, Mike, Jacksonville.
Okay. I had a couple stations there that I know that I missed as a result of having a very weak signal. So if I don't call your call sign there, it's probably because you need to boost your power or maybe move your position. I had first one that I did catch. I got Steve in Pulaski County, and you were very rough in there, Steve, so I'll wait for you to come back to me later on. Then the next one on the list, KC5MMW, Justin and Mina, Polk County. Glad to have Polk County on the radio again, Justin. Thanks for being in there. NE0D, Chris, up in Flippin, Marion County. KJ5IDY, John in Baxter County. Good evening, John. KG5TOU, Sam in Cleveland County. Hello, Sam. KF5ZOS, Steve in Hot Springs at Garland County. Hello, Steve. And then KD5JVV, Mike in Jacksonville, Pulaski County. Good evening, Mike. Other corrections to that list? Okay, once again, we're going to stick with Little Rock County warning area check-ins. If you'd like to check in from the Little Rock County warning area, please call Net Control, WX0X. Okay, it doesn't sound like anybody was able to pick up your call sign. If you could move your location or boost your power, you were not making the repeater. Okay, anybody else wishing to check in from the Little Rock County warning area, call WX0X.
Net Control, please copy November 5, X-ray, Foxtrot Whiskey, N5XFW, JM is at Royal, Garland County.
Net Control, please check in Alpha 5, Alpha Delta, Joe, Sheridan, Grant County, no traffic.
Net Control, please check in Kilo Golf 5, Foxtrot Uniform Echo, Mikey, Cabot, North Pulaski.
Net Control, please copy November 5, Tango, Foxtrot, Sierra, Scott, Jonesboro, no traffic.
Please check in Kilo Juliet 5, Lima, Whiskey Bell. This is Stephen out of Sherwood, but I'm in Perry County, no traffic. Picked up a different repeater, maybe that came in stronger.
All right, we'll take this opportunity to go ahead and recognize this round of check-ins. First on the list, N5XFW, JM in Royal in Garland County. JM is our section emergency manager. Glad to have you in there, JM. AA5AD, Joe in Sheridan in Grant County. Glad to have Grant County on the radio. KG5FUE, Mikey in Cabin in North Pulaski County. Hello, Mikey. N5TFS, Scott in Jonesboro. I think it's Greene County. Could you fill that for me, please?
Craighead County, Craighead.
Okay, Scott, N5TFS up in Craighead County. Thank you for being in there, Scott. And then I had KI5LWH, Steve from Sherwood, but he's over in Perry County. Steve, yes, that repeater is getting in. You're much, much stronger. So thank you for checking into the net this evening. Okay, one final call for Little Rock County warning area check-ins before I move on. Call Net Control.
Whiskey 5, Whiskey Romeo Uniform, W5, WRU, Bill, and Cabot on the Sherwood repeater.
Okay, that sounds like that's the end of the list there. I have W5WRU, Bill, and Cabot in Lono County coming in through the Sherwood repeater. Really good to hear you on the radio, Bill. And we'll go ahead and close off the... actually, you know what? We'll start off with late check-ins. Late check-ins from anywhere, please call Net Control. This is WX0X.
Alpha Lima 7, Hotel.
Net Control,
Delta 5, Charlie, Tango,
KJ5, HRA, no traffic.
Net Control, please check in KK4IO, Kilo 4 India, Oscar Hotel, in West Memphis, Critton County.
Control, please check in Kilo India 5, said November Delta, Luke, Terrible, with no traffic.
Net Control, W5DLJ, Danny, no traffic. And Marmaduke.
Stand by right there. Roger. I've got some fills that I'm going to need. I first had a triple or a quadruple there, and the only call sign I got out of that was, I think it was AL7H8. Is that correct, or is that a partial for somebody?
Fleet, Alpha Lima 7 Hotel, AL7HH in Garland County.
Okay, I have AL7HH, and I hear Garland County. I didn't have, do we have maybe a name and a location in Garland County, please?
Name is Blaine, Baker, Lima, Alpha, India, November, Echo. Location is Hot Springs.
All right, thanks for the fill, Blaine, and now that I know your call sign, it'll be easier to pick you out of the pileup. Hey, and then Memphis is here. KK4IOH, Michael in West Memphis, Crittenden County. Welcome, Michael, and welcome to those of you on the Mid-South Skywarn system. And then I had a KI5 call sign, Luke in Paragould. Came a little too fast for me. Can you fill that in, please, Luke?
Roger. So sorry about that. Got a little speedy on the old net spot there. Kilo India 5, Z, November Delta. Name of Luke in Paragould, Arkansas. Just hanging out here at the net talking with y'all. Thank you very much. Net Control doing a fine, outstanding job, sir.
And I know Paragould is probably in Greene or Randolph County. Which of the two is it?
Yes, sir. We're in Greene, sir. Greene County.
Thank you for that. And then I have W5DMJ, Danny in Marmaduke. Danny, what county is Marmaduke in, please?
I am in Greene County also. It's W5DLK, Roger.
Roger. Thanks, Danny, from Marmaduke, Greene County, Arkansas. Glad to have you on the log this evening. Okay, and one final round of check-ins, and then we'll come back after the presentation. So if you'd like to check in, please call Net Control. Space them out for me if you can.
Net Control, please check in. Kilo Delta 5, Charlie Tango Uniform, Sam in Paragould, Greene County.
Control, please check in. KJ5, HRA, Daniel in White County in near Romance. Over.
Net Control. Please check in. Kilo India 5, November, Echo Oscar, Charles in Brooklyn, Cricket County.
Net Control. Net Control, please check in. Whiskey 5, X-Ray, Charlie Romeo, Charles in Wesley, Madison County.
Net Control. Please check in Kilo 5, Foxtrot Alpha, K5 FFA, Levi, Harrisburg, Poinsett County.
Kilo Golf 5, Oscar Lima, Montgomery County.
Okay, had a rash of good check-ins there. We have KZ5CTU, and that's Sam in Paragould, Greene County. KJ5HRA, Danny in Romance, White County. KI5NEO, Charles in Brooklyn, Craighead County. Glad to have you on the radio this evening. W5XCR, Charles, and I think it was Leslie in Madison County. And then K5FFA, Levi in Harrisburg, Poinsett County. And then KG5OL, I'm going to need some fills here. I need a name and a town location, please.
KG5OYL, David Kimball, Montgomery County.
Okay, KG5OYL, David and Kimball, Montgomery County. Thank you for joining us this evening. Okay, stand by, and we will ask for another round of check-ins after the presentation this evening. Storm spotters are key to the success of the Arkansas AUXCOMM Skywarn program. Thank you for attending tonight's Arkansas AUXCOMM Skywarn Test Net. A good spotter is an educated spotter. Local storm spotter courses on the calendar this month are as follows. In Texarkana at the Terry Lee Rogers Rec Center on October 30th and on 1 Legion Drive in Texarkana. October 30th, And that you can register, or there's no pre-registration, so if you just want to show up October 30th in Texarkana, there is a storm spotter program there. So for some of the folks listening out west, they might be able to go to that. Otherwise, none of the rest of the county warning areas have scheduled Skywarn spotter classes, but you can find Skywarn spotter classes on UCAR, that's Uniform Charlie Alpha Romeo .meted.edu. You can just search for online storm spotter training, and it should take you there. Okay, for tonight's lesson, we're going to talk about on-air check-ins. So the issue of check-ins often comes up during severe weather events, and just wanted to talk with you about what we want with check-ins, because that can be a kind of a sticking point for our net controls, and I want to make sure that everybody knows what they need to know before severe weather strikes, which I guess will probably be pretty soon here now as the pattern is starting to change. This is from page 7 of the Arkansas AUXCOMM SOP. You can find that on arkansasauxcomm.org, and the current one is 3.4. Check-ins are of some value during a Skywarn net, as they're a source of information to spotter position and serve as an opportunity for individual stations to test equipment ahead of the need to contact net control with reportable criteria. Unfortunately, check-ins can interfere with net operations if they're not conducted at an inopportune time. As such, on-air check-ins will only be accepted at the discretion and instruction of net control. Now, this one is an important one. It says, under no circumstances will on-air check-ins be taken during an active tornado warning situation. And I hope everybody can understand why that's the case. If there's an active tornado warning situation, especially if we have a tornado that we think or know to be on the ground, we need to keep the airways open for storm reports. So we won't be accepting check-ins during tornado warning situations. When check-ins are appropriate, the net control will ask for check-ins. Follow the following template when checking into the Arkansas. Sorry if I repeat myself here. We have a little bit of a malfunction here locally. When check-ins are appropriate, the net control will ask for check-ins. Follow the following template when checking into the Arkansas AUXCOMM Skywarn net. First, you call net control. You do not unkey, and then you say, this is WX0X chain in Cabot, and then you would append either mobile or APRS. So if you're mobile in your car or you have APRS, each station should pause a second or two between check-ins to allow for net control to break in, if necessary. Should net control need to break in, they will key up and say stand by. Upon hearing stand by, all check-ins will immediately cease until net control asks for them to begin again. This is so in case there's a weather statement or something like that we need to interrupt the check-ins for, that we can interrupt if we need to. So if you ever hear stand by, stop checking in and wait for net control. As always, check-ins will be acknowledged at the discretion of net control based on the weather situation and workload. If you relocate from your previously stated location, be sure the net control know your position has changed markedly, but use common sense and do not give us a play-by-play. It is also not necessary to call net control to ask for permission to secure your station. Your willingness to participate is very much appreciated. As a reminder, check-ins are not necessary and are entirely at the discretion and instruction of net control. The weather situation and workload at the station may preclude check-ins for the entirety of the net. The net control will identify during times when check-ins will not be allowed in the following manner. This is WX0X, Arkansas AUXCOMM Skywarn, no check-ins. Every station that participates in the Arkansas AUXCOMM Skywarn net is responsible for listening before transmitting. The repeated violation of the check-in policy is grounds to be suspended or banned for participating in the net. And that's primarily because what we're doing is serious business, and we need to make sure that we keep the airways open as much as possible for people to report storm-related criteria. That's all for tonight's presentation about net check-ins, and thank you guys for being here. Do we have any questions about this evening's presentation?
WX0X and 5XFW.
And 5XFW, WX0X, good.
Shane, I believe that this criteria will be available on the website. Is that correct? You might give that.
Yes, that's correct. It's ArkansasAUXCOMM.org, and if you go to Skywarn under the if you find Skywarn under the top menu and you select there, you can find the Arkansas AUXCOMM Skywarn SOP. And that's important for everybody to read because that's the guide for how we're going to do our net as we move into severe weather season, which isn't too far away. Is there any other questions to come before the net this evening about tonight's presentation? So we had a little bit of a severe weather a little bit last night with some severe thunderstorms. As a reminder, we don't bring up the AUXCOMM net just because there are severe thunderstorms. It kind of has to be a little bit more of a serious situation, and that was highlighted in last month's Arkansas AUXCOMM Skywarn test net. But one question I wanted to put out to the net, those were some pretty big thunderstorms. They looked like they even had some hail with them. But why were they not supercells? What was missing from the weather situation that last evening? Does anybody have an answer for that? Call net control.
WA5LUY.
WA5LUY, go ahead.
I think the problem with last night was it was very localized. We had tremendous winds, I would say 70 miles an hour. I lost trees and never lost trees, but it was localized to about a 2-block area in my area, so the net was not brought up. However, JM did report it to the Weather Service, so that was good. But anyway, if it's localized to a very local area, you don't have time to get the net up.
And that's right. And in times like those, you can use your phone or you can get in contact with one of our net controls if you have one in your local area, and we can report it for you. Or you can use the phone number that they give you during your Skywarn Storm Spotter training to call the Weather Service office and make a report yourself. But the reason why the storms weren't supercellular in nature last night was because there was very little wind shear, and this is kind of the nature of the situation in the summertime. If there's not a lot of wind shear available, we don't get the rotating updraft, so there's not going to be really any threat of tornadoes. And not only that, but the thunderstorms without wind shear cannot lean over so that they don't rain into their own updraft. They tend to be just up and down, pulse-type thunderstorms during the summertime. So they're raining that cold air into the thunderstorm's updraft, and they become outflow dominant. And that's what happened last night when you had your high winds. Basically, the top came out of the thunderstorm and blew out the bottom, and that's what caused all your high winds last night. So that's how they're a little bit different than the supercell thunderstorms where we have our worst severe weather. Okay, that concludes tonight's presentation. Now we'll take a late check-in. Any station wishing to check into the Arkansas AUXCOMM Skywarn test net, please call net control. This is WX0X.
WX0X, please check in Kilo Julia 5, Golf Romeo Echo, Rob, Pulaski County, Camp Robbins.
WX0X, please check in November 5, Alpha Lima November, Allen, Mobile, Marion, Arkansas.
WX0X, Kilo Golf 5, Uniform, Foxtrot Uniform, KG5U for you, Drew, Hot Springs, Garland County.
Okay, we had a couple more check-ins there. We had KJ5GRE, Rob, and Camp Robinson in Pulaski County. Good evening, Rob. N5LN, Allen, Marion in Crittenden County. Hello, Allen. I'll be over there this evening. Got to come to Memphis to go to work this evening. And then KG5UFU in Hot Springs, Garland County, but I did not get a name. Could you come back with that, please?
Net Control, Kilo Golf 5, Uniform, Foxtrot Uniform. Name's Drew, Delta Romeo Echo Whiskey, KG5UFU.
Well, Drew, you certainly have a good, strong signal in from Garland County. Glad to have you on the net this evening. Okay, and a final call to check-ins. This is the last call for the Arkansas AUXCOMM Skywarn net for this month. Please call net control. This is WX0X.
Alpha India 5 Yankee Quebec, Marvin and Jacksonville, Arkansas.
5 Zulu India Papa, Hot Spring County, Arkansas, area.
Okay, we had two come at me that time, but there was a quick key in there, so I'm going to need some fills. First, I have Alpha India 5 Yankee Quebec, Marvin in Jacksonville, Pulaski County. Hey, welcome. Really glad to see your new call sign there. Congratulations on that. And then I had a station ending in Zulu India Papa. I need a name, a location, and I've got your Hot Spring County name there. So if you give me the rest of the fill, please.
5 Zulu India Papa. This is Eric in Hot Spring County.
All right, Eric, if you would please just key down for about a second and a half to 2 seconds before you start to talk, because I only got ZIP once again, and then a place name for where you're at in Hot Spring County, please.
November 5 Zulu India Papa. Eric in Hot Spring County.
Okay, I got November 5 Zulu India Papa, Eric in Hot Spring County. Thanks, Eric, for checking in this evening. Okay, with that, we will conclude tonight's Arkansas AUXCOMM Skywarn testnet and return the repeater system to normal use. The next testnet will take place on the third Tuesday of next month, which is October 21st at 6:30 p.m. On the Arkansas AUXCOMM Skywarn network. This is WX0X, Net Control 73, and good night.
Net Control, can I do epoxy?
Sure, go ahead.
KJ5, Foxtrot Alpha Oscar, Jamie Daly, line 10.
Sorry, I didn't catch that. KJ5, FAE, and then name, location, and county, please.
Kilo Juliet 5, Foxtrot Alpha Oscar, line 10, Dardanelle, Arkansas, Yale County.
Kilo Juliet 5, Romeo Tango, James, Mapleville.
Okay, I had two in there. I had KJ5FAO, and that's in Lions Den, Dardanelle, and then I have KJ5RT, James, in Mapleville. Any corrections to that? Okay, we got you down on the lock. Thank you guys for showing up this evening. I'm going to go ahead and close the net and return the repeaters to normal use. WX0X clear. 7-3.